Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 CDC Continental Cup Tour Finals Championship live from New York City.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in New York City for the 2022 CDC Continental Cup presented by Cosmo Darts. I'm joined by our newest minted quarterfinalist, Mr. Stowe Buntz. Stowe just saw off John Norman Jr. 5-2 in a match that honestly felt a little closer than the scoreline would indicate.
Yeah, it was definitely a close match. I missed doubles early on the first leg. I think I missed 4+ at the double 11. After I was able to catch it and kind of settle in, I just concentrated on trying to hit good scores, and when I got to a double, just walk up and concentrate and hit it.
So you actually won the last 3 on the trot to end up winning the match. At what point did you say to yourself, if at all, did you say to yourself, you know what, this is my match, or this is my match, I'm going to win, I'm going to move on?
The 84 checkout. The 84 checkout was definitely key. It was an opportunity if I was going to take the match to break him, hit the 84 out, go into the next leg, a break up, and see if I could take the momentum and keep running with it, and was able to do that.
You certainly ran with it all the way into the quarterfinals, where you are now going to meet Mr. Alex Spellman. You know him pretty well. You guys have played against each other quite a bit. Talk us through what that match is going to look like in your head and how it's going to feel.
Look like in my head. I'm hoping it looks like a lot of triples, a lot of big scores. Hopefully a lot of 180s, 140s, 137s. And then I hope both of us are hitting our outs. Alex and I have a good pass. We put up good darts. We put up a good show. I'm hoping we continue to do the same for the fans today.
Well, I know the fans are looking forward to that match and the entire session tonight. Stowe, congratulations on advancing to the quarterfinals. Good luck in your match.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in New York City for the 2022 CDC Continental Cup presented by Cosmo Darts. I'm joined by the winner of the last match, Mr. Alex Spellman. Alex took out Keith Way in a decider 5-4. Alex, talk us through that match.
It was kind of a blur. I still feel like I was playing pretty decent, not being at my best, so that kind of helped build the confidence to go into that last leg and just give it everything I had.
Yeah, you came out, you won the first leg, then you lost the next 3 on the trot. What's in your mind at that point, down 3-1?
I still felt like I was. I think second leg I had 2 scores under 30. I think I had a 28 and a 22. It's feeling a little lower energy. I'm not sure what that was. But I still felt like I wasn't that far behind. If he doesn't hit those doubles, I still feel like I have a manageable shot at taking those legs. I knew my scoring was, my misses weren't by too much. So I knew if I could start getting those to fall in, that I could get it to go. And even down 3-1, I knew I could still give him a leg and still have a shot. So.
And you did come back. You ended up forcing the decider. As you mentioned, in the decider, it seemed like it was just your time to take control.
Yeah, that's probably when I felt the most uncomfortable, because now I was putting extra pressure on me. Like, you know, I don't want to have battled back to get to this point just to fall on my face. Fortunately, had the 180, 140 in the first 3 throws, and that definitely helps with that. Little bit of tried to go the double route and missed by a mile. Ironically, the third dart felt better than the second one, but I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah,
either way, you're through. You're in the quarterfinals. You'll be back tonight. You're going to get the winner of John Norman and Stowe Buntz. Any preference in that?
Not particularly. Norman and I believe except for the last time we played, I did win that one, but I think every other time we've gone the distance, and he got me maybe 2-2, 2-1. I can't remember. We may have played another time. I can't remember. It's always a really good one. And Stowe's been obviously playing really well. Even the matches I've won against him have been really tough. The first time we played in Indy, I had 119 first 9, and he was keeping up with me, which was incredible. So I just got lucky that I got the double before he did. So either one's going to be high powered, or the other one's just going to go long distance and still high quality.
Well, either way, obviously we know you'll be back tonight. Go reset yourself, have something to eat, and we'll see you back here this evening for the quarterfinals.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2022 CDC Continental Cup, and we continue with our quarter-final matches here in New York City. Let's welcome to the stage, first of all, the man from Portsmouth, Virginia, Stowe, Buntz!
Everyone seemed to let go of integrity and pride. She's of a better deal. We sacrifice all ideals for a moment.
And we now introduce from North Carolina, the Jackal, Alex Spellman!
Hello again, I'm Sean Green, your play-by-play commentator for this quarterfinal match of the 2022 Continental Cup Tour Finals presented by Cosmo Darts. And I am honored to welcome back my co-commentator for this match, Mr. John Part. John, this match features tournament favorite Alex Spellman, a player who will tell you he was fortunate to get to this match, taking on the 12 seed Stowe Buntz, who really looked great in his upset of the 5 seed John Norman Jr. I don't know of two players that have had more momentum recently than these two players, so who do you see making it through to the semifinals?
Oh, it's a tough call. I really did like the way Stowe finished up the afternoon session and finished up his match with the last 3 legs, 15 and better. You have to say that was really clinical. The last time these two played each other, they played twice on the tour. Event 9 to end weekend 3, and then again event 10 to open up weekend 4. And on event 10, it was Stowe who won.
Okay.
Quite convincingly, yeah. He won six legs to 1 with a 98 average to Alex 94. And Alex had taken the first match.
Thank
in
you, ladies and gentlemen.
Somehow Stowe figured it out. So does he still have that edge, or is Alex going to make a move back to get the dominance?
Well, I cannot wait to find out. Both guys averaged right around 90 in their first match today. Alex had a lot of wayward darts in his first round matchup, but when it wasn't wayward, he was hitting trebles the whole time.
Yeah.
96.
A 96 start from him. Both these guys, you just mentioned it. We've seen Stowe average 98. We've seen Alex average over a ton in matches before this year.
100.
A 94 from Alex Spellman might get beat 6-1.
Oh, quite possibly, or from either of them. I would expect those averages in the 90s, mid-90s here in this match, especially, what they've seen from the other contestants so far. It tends to bring everyone's level up, and sometimes it's the other way around. But I think we've had a really fantastic event today, and, everyone's kind of firing at their best more than the other way around.
Absolutely. And as soon as you say that, Stowe throws in a 22 at you. But You're absolutely right. We've seen some fantastic darts. Our first match tonight, a 105 average from Doug Boehm, the 15 seed. And he will be taking on the 11 seed, birthday boy, 21 years old, Joey Lanaugh in the semifinal number 1.
Yeah, and Doug's first leg in that match against Jim Long, it wasn't anything special. He had a slow start a bit, just as we're seeing maybe a bit of a slow start here from Stowe.
I have a feeling both of these gentlemen are also going to settle in pretty nicely.
You don't mind a slow start if you don't have the throw. It's when you have the throw and you don't get out of the gate very well, that's when it's costly, really costly.
100.
How about a 177 from Alex Spellman? Leaves 36 after 12.
43.
And
Alex
he'll have
require 36.
a handful of darts if he needs them. Gets it on
Game
dart
shot,
number
first
2.
leg.
14 dart,
Alex
hold a
Spellman.
throw.
Second leg, Stowe to throw first. Game on.
And that's always a good feeling to hold your throw convincingly.
81.
Start a match because it can be a vulnerability. You don't want to give somebody an easy break, if you will.
Absolutely. I actually got to speak with Stowe before the match tonight, and he mentioned just the fact that his life is pretty much balanced
100.
with darts and family. It's all in a great spot, and I think that's allowing him to kind of freely play. He doesn't put pressure on himself. He's got a 15-year-old daughter who sent him a great message last night, who plays travel softball, so she's always playing tournaments, and son had soccer, you know. It's a good balance, and it's allowing him to kind of really throw his best.
Well, as they're competitive as children,
135.
they can understand what he's trying to achieve and also get into it and enjoy it as he does their exploits, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
84.
Alex Spellman actually works for Epic Games, the creator of Fortnite. So if there's any kids, teenagers listening along to the broadcast tonight, just know that he is partly responsible for Fortnite. So now you have a favorite.
There you go.
61.
I'm way too old to even know what that is.
It is.
Isn't that 2 weeks?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, technically, yes. Luckily, the games go by a lot quicker than that. He loves throwing pointy things. I like that.
Well, I hope it's at a dartboard.
He did not specify, did he?
No.
Alex looking to put a lot of pressure on this 115.
100.
That'll work.
Stowe, you require 115.
It's good board management to leave a ton.
Yeah, now potential 2 darts at double if he gets a visit. And he will.
59.
And
Alex, you require
it's a
100.
really good break opportunity early going. And see how lethal he's going to be. He has to go for 15s probably, or 19s possibly. And
Ideally.
he went somewhere between.
He did. Couldn't make up his mind.
Yeah, well.
68.
Still a great last
Stowe, you
start.
require 56.
Well, for somebody who's struggled a little bit so far in the match, this is a vital takeout.
Game shot in the second leg.
Stowe did this in the first
Third leg,
match.
Alex broke.
Today, he was very solid on his doubles.
Yeah, that was funny about that is I was speaking to him prior to this match in the players' room, and he says all he's practicing his triples. He believes in the repetition of, like in basketball with the free throws and just working on it. He says if you can hit that triple 20, you can hit anything. So it's kind of, there's something's out of whack somehow. Like he's not scoring, but he's hitting the doubles. Yeah.
30.
Hey.
But it's what he believes in. He believes he's covered, so half of the job is believing you're covered, and he's getting that job done on the doubles. He's not worried that that's not his main practice focus.
Absolutely. And you know what they say? Heavy scoring for show, doubles for dough.
125.
Yeah. Listen, I believe that 100%, but he believes in practicing scoring that he's covered for hitting
95.
doubles. So the belief is what's important.
Absolutely. Alex way ahead in this leg early after 6 darts. Still averaging just over a ton.
And I know myself, John, like I have to go practice my doubles and outs. I do like low outs and everything every single day just to believe I can still hit them. And then you get in the match and there's no guarantees, right? Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Anything can happen at that point.
Oh, yeah.
These are also 2 gentlemen that are not going to be fazed by the crowd behind them. To them, they don't exist right now. They are as focused on the match as possible. You can see some players will get wrapped up in the crowd. You saw that at the U.S. Darts Masters maybe a little bit.
You know, I think it comes with some experience and management. It can be hard enough. I mean, they look all calm and that, but on the inside, they're probably not. I mean, maybe Alex more than Stowe. I think he's
85. Alex require 132.
just naturally sort of subdued and very good at that control. But I think with more exposure to that environment. Some players like to come into their own, if you will, with the audiences and interact. It's quite fun.
Oh, absolutely. If that works for you, you can feed off of that, that's always an advantage.
92.
I mean, on the PDC tour, you see a lot of Roby John Rodriguez with the pausing for the 180s and stuff, and I think it's more and more accepted as well. I don't think opponents are taking
92.
umbrage at it
Alex
at all,
require 40.
and I think it's a good, fun part of the game. But tops for 2-1 for Alex.
That's a bit awkward for him as the start lays real flat.
Yeah, and he's just going to pick off the right side. And he did the right thing, if he was going to miss low, and he had a nice clean attempt at that. Double 10.
20.
Just on the outside. And
Stowe, you require 100.
I don't know if you're noticing the patented shake there from Alex Spellman with the set darts.
Well, look at this.
This would be a huge punishment. Double 16.
Double 16 to have 80 average ahead of 100 average.
Yeah,
And he hits it.
The third leg.
80 average
Stowe.
ahead of 100 average. Two
Fourth
legs
leg
to
is
one.
Stowe to throw
Oh,
first.
well, Alex's average came down a
Game
bit on
on.
that miss, but he was at 100 before.
It just lets you know that averages tell a story, but they don't tell the whole story. And Stowe now starting to
140.
score along with. You see the Joey Lanaugh fans with the many faces of Joey Lanaugh in the background.
$100.
Stowe is also dressed for success. We do want to point that out.
59.
Yeah, we're going to send him overseas for a cage match with Peter Wright at some point.
There you go. I do like how he does keep the back still his typical dart jersey backing.
45.
The colors don't seem to roll at all with it, but Snakebite does that a lot.
$58.
Of course, it might be time to let everyone know that Alex Bowman is from North Carolina. Fuquay Varina, North Carolina is how you pronounce that. And then Portsmouth, Virginia for Stowe
140.
Buntz. That's pretty close together. So they've probably taken on each other a few times.
But yeah, there's got to be some familiarity there. And
43.
Alex actually came on to the main scene for darts due to COVID. He started playing online and got on a couple of live streams that got him a sponsorship by winning a tournament, and he has rolled ever since.
108.
Yeah, good point. Like the whole COVID situation, and darts was a new outlet for recreation for a lot of people.
30.
Or more
Alex
frequently.
require 36.
Double 18.
To break right back and level this match. There it is.
Shot in the fourth leg. Alex Spellman.
Both his winning legs,
Fifth leg
14
is
darters.
Alex throw first. Game on.
Bumps that average up to a 96. Averages don't matter right now. That legs total is the difference, and it is even.
And going back to the thing about the COVID and bringing people in there, I've heard a lot more kind of stories
60.
and cases of people really benefiting from all the extra time and involvement and a lot of talents emerging out of it, which obviously you don't ever want anything like that. But
55.
in a way, we've had a little bit of a boom with the darts because people were confined to these sorts of activities, and they had the ability to play online.
Absolutely. And showcase their talent when maybe travel was never an option for them.
And a lot more time to practice.
83.
Absolutely. What else are you going to do?
There was times where that's about it, yeah.
I used to work at a golf course, and it was similar. Golf became a bigger industry because of it, because you could
140.
separate out from people
Right.
and still enjoy being outside. But Alex has taken full advantage of those situations. And, of course, ESPN athlete Alex Spellman winning the Bull Shooter Invitational. from this year
96.
on the ESPN The Ocho Day. It was nice to see darts on TV over here in the States.
Well, yeah, there's not enough live darts on mainstream kind of venues, channels, networks, whatever you want to call it. I mean, obviously, if you are a darts fan already, it's wonderful how much darts you can watch in this day and age. But as far as attracting new fans that don't play, it's quite difficult over here, I think. And you're quite right. We need more opportunities like that to get our product out there to the masses.
We do. And I fully believe that there is an audience for darts in the United States and in North America
36.
in general.
Alex, you require 157.
I just don't think that the audience knows it yet.
Yeah, once you understand the pressure elements, I think it becomes naturally intriguing. And the disparity between how it seems so easy to score and hit doubles at times, and then at crucial times, how nobody can do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the fascination of
137.
What a setup there for Alex Spellman, leaving 20 after 15. He's not going to have a 15 dart
Alex,
or 14 dart
20.
winning leg, but he'll take 16 or 17 or 18.
Yeah, he's just been very steady, hasn't he? And he didn't
Game
falter
shot,
when it
fifth
started to
leg.
look like
Alex
Stowe was
Spellman.
taking control of the
Sixth
match. He
leg
never
is
really
Stowe
did.
to throw first.
Absolutely.
Game on.
He didn't capitalize on that 2-1 advantage. Didn't do enough to make it 3-1.
100.
Alex is up 3-1. Stowe does fire in a ton to open up the next leg.
100.
It's a good round there from Alex. Alex and Stowe's side of the bracket still has Dave Cameron and Gary Mawson in it. Of course, the 2018 Continental Cup champion and Gary Mawson is trying to be the first person to repeat as a Continental Cup champion, and he's the only champion still left in the tournament, with the loss of Larry Butler and Leonard Gates in the opening round.
Yeah, he's looking. He's
58.
been in the final a few times though.
He has. He's also been a runner-up.
I think twice. He's quite familiar with Continental Cup finals.
60.
Absolutely. Yes, two-time runner-up. You are correct.
So he's looking for his 4th Continental Cup final. So he still has to win 2 matches to get to that point.
And he has David Cameron standing in his way currently.
Yes.
That match will be coming up next on PDC.TV.
137.
We are live in Woodside, New York, just outside New York City in Queens. This is a race to 6, the third quarterfinal of
28.
the evening. There is Mrs. Spellman out there cheering on her husband.
Yeah, and he's been an easy view. Although he went down 2-1 improbably, it felt like he's bounced back nicely
42.
and so steady.
He's quietly scoring and quietly averaging 95.5.
50.
It's not flashy, but it's effective.
Well, and I don't know if anybody actually has used any of these darts programs to play against. And when you play and get that one level too high, so you have 10 to choose from, and you go to that one too high, that's what it feels like playing Alex.
Absolutely.
It's just that it just irks you, just that steadiness, just that little bit out of reach of what you're doing. Not like crazy, but
always going to take out the ton plus finish when you're on a finish.
Yes.
40.
Just really annoying stuff.
Requires 72.
Let's see how annoying it can be with a 72 to break and be 4-2 ahead. Well, that's okay. 48 left. Maybe he can hit another treble 8.
He'll take a single 16 or a single 8 as well.
Yeah, I was kidding.
Tops.
32.
And now Stowe, a chance an outside chance that he was expecting to hold his throw here. 82 left, bullseye route.
Well, and as you noted, this has been a strength, but it's going to have to be a real save now. The bull.
47.
Missed
Alex,
both looks at the bull.
40.
And now tops for Alex Spellman. Take a 4-2 lead. And he is over halfway there now.
Alex Spellman.
A 19-dart break is a gift.
Game on.
Yeah, and well, as we see after 6 legs, a 16-point disparity in the averages, and maybe still Buntz lucky to even be this close and still have a chance. Because let's face it, Spellman, he still has to win another 2 legs, and if
41.
If Stowe can just up his game a little bit here, he can maybe pull it back. He's going to have to start, I feel, with a break of throw here somehow.
This is a very important leg for Stowe. To break here and then
62.
hold his throw the next leg to make it 4-4 is way different than a 5-2 advantage, having to win 4 on the trot.
And he kind of had the opening. Spellman only 41 his first visit.
Stowe not quite able to take advantage of that.
Not really, but for whatever reason, Spellman's gone off a bit here.
59.
Yeah, 2 troubleless visits in a row from Alex.
Yeah, you don't want to still be in the 400s after 6 starts. It's
95.
not good when you got the throw. And
That's not a good thing to do?
And Stowe, although he hasn't really hit a tremendous amount, he has got a full big treble ahead now.
Yep. He's doing just enough right this second. But Alex is always a 180 away that he can do on repeat from really taking control.
Well, he's really struggling at this 9 darts and hasn't scored much. And
still high in the 300s.
85.
Stowe just plugging along. Not a fantastic leg by any means, but he is getting occasional big troubles, and it's got him in a nice position. All could be wiped out with a 180, though, right?
And look at this. Alex Spellman. It's like you knew it was going to happen, John. Cannot leave a finish with the 180, but my goodness, was that needed right there.
He scored more with 3 darts than he did with his first 9.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah, you don't want to think of it that way, though. He doesn't have a finish, unfortunately, but he is now officially buzzing again.
He has found his weight that he's been looking for.
120.
Leaves tops after 15 after the start that he had. 9 darts, he was at 347.
Well, 5 consecutive 60 darts are going to kind of get you out of trouble a lot of the time.
40.
All right, tops for Alex Spellman to take a 5-2 lead, 1 leg away from winning this match.
And
there it is. That has been a kind
Alex
double
Spellman.
to him.
8th leg is Stowe. Throw first. Game on.
Yeah, that's one of the best 16 dart legs you'll ever see.
Absolutely.
96.
Play through 7 of them perfect. I always jokingly say he evened it out right away. That's a smart move.
41.
He's going to be a little more the concern, though, about his starting legs poorly. He's only the 1 leg away, yes, but you don't want to show too much inconsistency, or your opponent can feed off of it, although Stowe looks even more frustrated than anything Spellman might be.
There's Alex finding that first dart. Might be blocked there. Yep,
99.
down. Averaging 92.55, and again, it has seemed like he has struggled at times to where that should not be his average.
58.
Yeah, he's been polar in this. He's had some great moments, and he's had some off moments. You talk about consistency. The consistency was more in the beginning of the match. The last few legs, he's been quite inconsistent
100.
to the extreme, but he's still getting the legs won, and that's the main thing.
He's winning matches.
I don't know how he was. Still that last leg, I mean,
92.
Still must be thinking about how that got away from him. It was such a perfect opportunity to break throw.
That's a perfect dart in that trip 20 for Alex. He's going to be kicking himself into the second one, though.
105.
Good board management.
Yeah, just opted to make sure of getting on a 3-dart finish. Now he's taking the bull out of the equation by getting the 25 there instead of leaving 161.
90. Alex, you require 156.
This could wrap it up.
And what a way to do it with a 156. There's a great first start. Another one of those will leave double 18. Double 18.
138.
And that's
So
a
you
double
require
he's opted for
142.
quite often, and almost a little surprised he missed that. And he Stowe went for 2 treble 17s, but just couldn't get it started.
Alex, you require 18.
And a double 9 now for Alex to clinch this quarterfinal victory. And is that bent over and blocking a little bit? He didn't move at all.
It was.
10.
Stowe
you require
needs to
88.
take advantage of this miss from Alex. This is a gift. You don't want to re-gift it.
You need to get a treble here. He doesn't want to end up having to go for bull again. But that's the course it's looking like. Yes, bullseye to save it.
And he hits it this time.
Stowe Buntz.
Yeah, the last few times at it, he wasn't even getting 25. So that's why I felt a little bit like a ropey way to get down. But he did it.
Wow.
Finally, a little bit of joy in there, I'm sure. I mean, he's still 3 legs away from getting right out of the trouble, but just makes you feel a little better.
134.
Alex with great cover shots there with his throw. Stowe's going to, I think Stowe has to do something pretty special here.
Well, first off,
95.
with this good start from Alex, is he had to keep pace a bit, and he started with the treble, but he didn't get another. But he still feel okay. I'm striking distance.
Alex looking to throw in 2 trebles again.
100.
And he's probably thinking to himself how he didn't end up winning that match there with the 156 to start. Missed it inside, pulled it inside a fair bit on the double 18. But a double 9 is something he's pretty
46.
comfortable with normally, and it didn't quite work out either. That first start bent in on him.
And again, the beautiful thing about really this tour season and recently is we're seeing players able to just forget the mistake they had
100.
previously. You saw that from Alex. 134 to follow. Okay, next leg. Let's go. The mental game is really starting to solidify.
140.
You have to be able to appreciate all the things you do properly and build on that.
See if Alex is going to decide to look at it. He is not. He's just going to set it up.
Still go down for 17s, and
97.
he's left 70.
Stowe can put a lot of pressure on that 70.
Oh, with that, yeah.
A 180 would be huge.
Oh, yeah.
Big dart from Stowe.
Alex
Buntz.
requires 70.
Is it even possible to rattle Alex Spellman? I don't know. Let's see.
I don't think so, but he's only going to get one look at this potentially. It is at the number that he has hit all night long. Tops for the match.
30. Stowe, you require 40.
This would be huge.
Yeah, would they be back on the throw? Double 10.
There it is. Stowe Buntz.
Stowe Buntz.
5-4 now has the
Stowe to
throw
first.
to potentially send us to a last leg decider.
It's fascinating. He's
Game on.
been pretty comprehensively outplayed scoring-wise. 12 points difference in the averages here. Yet,
50.
somehow from 5-2 down, Stowe Buntz is finding himself in here with some kind of a chance. He would have won on more than 50, obviously, but Spellman hasn't been starting legs too well lately. The 1-3-4, the one leg, but the 2 legs before that were bad starts.
83.
And you're seeing another one there. He did find the treble 20 on the last start, but before that, and Alex Spellman is the only player in this tournament left that has gone to a last leg decider in this tournament.
50.
Well, and he survived that, so there is some sort of confidence about that. You feel prepared if it happens again. But then again, you shouldn't push your luck.
No, he is also in a better position than last time. He did have to break the throw in the last league decider to win that one. This one he would have
82.
the throw if it did come down to that.
Yeah, but when it's come down to that after you were up 5-2 and you've had match starts, The mentality isn't perfect.
125.
Momentum is a real thing.
Well, it's just having something echoing in the back of your head isn't good.
80.
Alex catching the last start again. Call that the LDC, the last start counts. But right now, that last start is not helping out too much because the first two are not very good.
134.
Stowe was getting 2 trebles.
He needed those last 2 darts in the treble to leave a finish. So at least he'll get a crack, no matter what Spellman does here, to try and force a decider.
And Spellman's
45.
not going to leave a finish. Stowe has
42.
6 darts from 142.
And he opted to try for the 2 treble 17s again.
Evened it out.
Yeah, he's
122.
left the double 10.
We've seen him very solid on his doubles all tournament long. If he is again, we're going to last like decider.
And remember, he's good at his doubles because he practices scoring. He told me so himself.
43. So you require 20.
I'm not going to argue with success.
Absolutely not. And he still has a lot of darts left if he needs them. This is one where you attack.
He did.
He's
no score.
Yep. He's going to bust it.
Yeah, that's kind of sensible with Spellman not with a finish. Of course, he has to be right at that double 10 next time around.
Yeah, he can't not do that again. To make an obvious statement. Oh.
65.
Yeah, that third dart, it was awkward. I would have liked to see him go for 25 and bull, and he could have left a 2-dart finish. And they did that earlier.
Game shot in the 10th leg.
Stowe sends us to a last leg decider.
Final leg. Alex to throw
The
first.
averages are 10 points different. It doesn't matter. Stowe has hit some big darts in those last 3 legs. The bullseye on the 88. Followed by a 180 to put pressure on Alex Spellman's throw.
76.
To leave tops and hits that. And now here we are.
$96.
And that third dart, vital.
Those darts are sitting beautiful for Alex Spellman.
140.
Maybe a little awkward after that second one with the flight.
It did kick up a little, and it's hard to see how he was seeing it exactly, but it did seem in the end to have affected him.
Both gentlemen are on the taller side.
100.
Which can always play a factor. The tension here. Last leg decider to go to a semifinal.
134.
Alex Spellman with a great 1-3-4.
Yeah, the treble 19s have been a real factor in this match at times. And so much is the case in the modern game.
Alex, you require 151.
This is about the time where Alex will just hit a 151 after everything else that's happened. There's the first start of it.
You don't say. Let's see.
Oh.
Well, that's when you kind of regroup yourself. And, yeah, that's a painful dart. From 74, he's thinking, okay, leave 60. And now he's got kind of one where he could end up with only 1 dart at double.
66.
Oh. After that first dart from Stowe. Nightmare to leave the 156. Will he get a look at it? Spellman's looking at the 63. There's the trip 13. Might be awkward for the way it's lying.
51.
Now, how painful would it be for Alex Spellman if Stowe Buntz took out 156 to win the match, the outshot that Alex missed for the match a few legs ago?
John, I'm not responsible for the noises I will make if that happens.
Well, it might.
It was a good first start.
And Stowe was enjoying the
Yes, he
prospect.
was.
You know, you can just get that little silly feeling sometimes, and it's like, wow, this would be fun.
Double six.
Yeah, he can breathe out now to take the double here.
And there it is.
And
Alex Spellman escapes again. Stowe Buntz.
Yeah, that was
Hats off to him for that, to battle back from 5-2 down. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of character showing there. Obviously, it wasn't firing all cylinders through the match, and I don't even think Alex was really had all his game there, but he certainly in spurts was supremely dominant. But it still almost got away from him.
It sure did. But still put in a great effort. Alex Spellman, though, you have to give him credit for holding it together there at the end. Almost took out the, well, he didn't almost take out the 151, let's be honest. He missed the trip 17 at it, but for him to hold his nerve on that double six, 6-5 victory. Alex Spellman has gone to a last leg decider in both matches so far and come out on top.
Yeah, that's 20 legs of darts he's played. First one 5-4, this one 6-5. I hope he's not wearing himself out. Maybe he's still getting warmed up. I don't know if we've seen his best game quite yet.
It is actually interesting that you mentioned that because he does have a couple of runner-up finishes in the CDC this year.
Yeah.
And he has mentioned that fatigue had played a factor in the final for him. Maybe he's worked on that.
And perhaps, without looking specifically, those could have been on events with days with two events. Might be a little, it's hard to say with it just off the top of our heads here. But yeah, fatigue will play a part sometimes. But on the other hand, like I say, he could still be just getting acclimated and warmed up really to his best level. Because I would say in some ways he played better there than in his first game.
I can confirm to you that it was two events on the same day. So you're absolutely correct there.
And my goodness, well, who's he going to go up against? That's the question. Is it going to be...
A Canadian. No, Gary Mawson's American now. Sorry.
He's converted.
I'm claiming him if he wins as Canadian.
There
That's
you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You can. We'll give you that. But the Mauler, Gary Mawson, the only champion of the Continental Cup still left in this tournament, and he's taking on someone who does not need to be introduced with all of his accreditations just this year. David Cameron Excalibur from Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's going to be quite a battle.
Yeah, the senior master, the world senior master, takes on his senior in Gary Mawson. And Gary's been around the scene for a long, long time and playing great darts for all of that time. And, this is an interesting battle because I think just lately Gary is in a little bit finer tune. But I think Dave, with a lot of good things coming up for him, he's trying to find back that just where he was in about April or May of this year.
Absolutely. Well, stay tuned. We will be back with more from the 2022 Continental Cup in New York City.